Hey, everybody, it's Reverend Rob Lee, and I've got something that I'm really excited about. I'm headed back to the Off Cabot in Beverly, Massachusetts on June 29th for another Tarot with an Attitude live and in person. I'll be working with Spirit and the tarot cards to help bring through messages from the folks who walk with you, your angels, your guides, Spirit, and maybe even someone you've been missing. I'd love for you to be there. The ticket links down below. Don't miss it.
Reverend Rob Lee, bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Why, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Bangarang. Glad everybody's here. Let's get over here to some comments. But guess what? Y'all will see right here, back by popular demand, Mrs. Rebecca Gregory. How are you?
Hello, love. I'm doing great. I almost missed the show tonight.
How did you almost miss the show?
You know, I live in two timelines, so I got the time mixed up. I'm like, oh no.
That's right.
I traveled in and out of time all day because I was out running errands today. So I've been in and out of time zones. I don't know how many times today.
And folks, she's not kidding. Her house sits on the timeline. So when she's in the back part of her house, it's one time, and in the front house, everything's set different. So she's constantly in and out. So that's Rebecca. So,
but Spirit prompted me to be here on time, and here I am.
You made it. You were right there. Yes. All right. So everybody, welcome. We are going to be doing our readings tonight. So make sure you come in, you get your question posted. We're going to go top to bottom. And Rebecca's going to be helping me do the reading. So she's going to be pulling some oracle cards, and I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards, and we're going to see what comes up. Whoever flies in first, that's what we're going to get. First off, I want to look at this one. Yachty was back. Hey, you were right again. Humana rejected me for one position, although I will be starting my first round of interviews tomorrow for the VA Market President Primary Care. Yay! All right, fantastic. Well, thank you for that. You know, Donna, everybody's in. The tribe's coming in. So here we go, Becky.
Hello. Okay.
It's Rebecca. Reverend Rob, since my birthday last week, things have shifted in a good way. Can I please get a message from Spirit for this coming week? Thank you so much. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring my cards up so people can see the cards. All right. And while I'm getting ready, if you have something that pops out, just jump right in there.
Hold on. I know I haven't done readings in a while, so it might take me a few minutes to get back in the swing of things here. They're flying across the room. Whoo.
There we go. All right, Donna. Donna wants to know a spirit for message coming week. All right.
So, Donna, what came out for me? Oh, is it okay if I go, Rob? Because I got
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I don't know if you have a daughter. There's an energy that came up with a female. So, and coming in the future. So, what the card that basically came up is this summer, everything that you're asking for is becoming yours in the summertime. So, I think with their birthday, I'm feeling a shift going on, and you're going to move into something you really want. And I said I feel it has to do with a lot of feminine energy. And maybe it's friends or something like that's coming through for summertime. There's something's going to anchor in for you in summertime. It's being created right now.
And that's beautiful. We have in the tarot is popping up showing how the judgment card is coming in 20. So that's a partnership, you know, that 2 and 0 coming together. And it's actually seeing things moving up the next step. You've had a birthday, things are coming on there. It's going to be very important that you not let past hurt and pain and trauma interfere with where you're going. You're going to be dealing with something, maybe with your daughter, maybe with this feminine energy. But what we're getting here, Donna, is the moon, which is that use your intuition. There's going to be some emotions involved, things like that. But make sure you're listening to your intuition and that's going to play out and be very, very big for you. I do have temperance here, 14, balance. Guys sitting here taking things. Look at the out of 4 cards, we have 3 that are major arcana cards. So these are going to be some changes as you shift and as you change some of the things you're doing, Donna. You're going to be able to see some differences. So remember, hold tight, balance in everything. You might want to be running off and doing one other thing. Look here, balance is going to be key in everything that you do.
Mhm.
6 of Pentacles, give and take, give and take. I'm really getting that this is important. Is to remember, if you're not careful, you will give, but it's supposed to be a give and take. And that's very important for you right now. And in juggling, 5 of Cups with that 3 of Swords card that popped up. This is telling me here, don't focus on what we've lost or what happened on the bad. Focus on the new and realize new things are coming in. Okay, this would be my grief card. All right. So Donna, let us know that you got a lot coming on. You're going to have to deal with some stuff. You know, that's what I'm getting. And what was your card?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
I had just the fairy card this summer, and the other one was daughter. But as you were reading those cards, something came in as, with the balance coming in, Donna, I'm feeling that there's a shift of masculine and feminine energy, and to address those energies, to move yourself to a more softer self, to move through those emotional waters that you might be holding on to right now, to move more into that divine feminine of yourself, and soften how you walk this world, to balance those energies within yourself.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Isn't it great having Rebecca with us? I love when I have somebody else to do readings with. It's great.
I know
Everything.
it's gonna take me a few just to get back in the swing of things, because I have
That's all right. We kind of feed off each other. We always have and always do, So bangarang, Donna. Let's see what's going on. Sierra and Dell. Hey, tribe. I hope all is well. I need to go back to work and get a job to help support my grandparents. Asking for prayer and guidance from Spirit. Thank you. Well, let's give you that prayer right now.
Yes.
Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, the all, everything that is, that you are, and the resources and everything that you've given us. First off, we say thank you. Sierra and Dell needs help. Sierra and Dell needs guidance, and she's trying to do the right thing by taking care of her grandparents. Honor thy father and thy mother just flipped right into my head. Honor her. Send your angels to help guide her through this, and let her see how things are going to work out. So mote it be. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right. What am I doing? Yachty. Hey, Rob, how are you? I hope you are well. My first screening interview with Molly is tomorrow. Yay. Will it be great enough to push me to the next rounds of interviews? Thank you. What are you picking up on that, Rebecca? I'm going to grab a pendulum, and we are going to what's that?
On this one right here?
Yeah.
My first screening interview with Molly tomorrow. Yeah, it will be great to push me next round. Thank you.
Pendulum, will you work with me? Spirit, will you work with me through this pendulum?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, what do you got, Rebecca?
So what's coming through to me is trusting in your heart and trusting in who you are right now, and breathing through some emotions. There's some doubt that I'm feeling coming through, even though you've got these interviews coming through. I feel there's some doubt around your worth, in you stepping forward to move into what you truly want, and to stand in that heart of yours and that creativity, and to be able to create this world that's coming to you, if that makes sense, in that interview, and standing in that energy to let go. That I feel like there's this doubt or this wall that's just kind of there, like you want it and it's coming, but there's a little bit of something there that's blocking you to breathe into those emotions, let that come through so you can move forward and allow this interview to flow for you.
Right. And Yachty is asking, will she be able to move forward to the next rounds of interviews? So as things sit right now, I'm getting a yes, Yachty,
Mhm.
right out of the gate. A very strong yes. You are going to move it. What I picked up in that and what
Yeah.
Rebecca was saying is, you know what? Don't I think you what and I'm picking up what she's picking up. Don't try too hard. Be you. All right. Know who you are, know your worth. Okay. Be that loving self that people fall in love with, but don't doubt yourself to the point where you oversell yourself. Okay. That's what I'm picking up. You be you, you do you, and know your strength, and everything's going to be fine. That's what I'm getting.
And what I'm getting to, like, just came through from spirit right now, Yadi. When you go into make sure you get yourself really grounded. That's that morning for your interview, so you can stand in and align yourself really well, so you can walk in and stand in that sovereignty of who you are and nail it because it's coming your way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Kim Beam, hello. Deborah, everybody, glad to see everybody. Man, everybody's popping through the door. Hi, Stacy. Let's see what's happening here. Stacy, how will the next 2 weeks go for me? Please and thank you. I always preface these, Stacy, with the fact that we are beings of free will. Okay.
Mhm.
I do not believe everything's written in stone.
Mm-mm.
You are going to dictate how your next 2 weeks are going to go with
Mhm.
whatever challenges are thrown at you. Okay. Am I making sense, Rebecca?
Yeah,
That,
totally. I totally agree with that.
we can say as things stand right now, but through your choices, the other people that interact in your life, their choices, things like that, those things are going to go on. But we will ask, I'm going to pull some cards and ask Spirit about what you need to know about the next 2 weeks. So let's find out and see what's going on. Whenever you get a card, Rebecca, just go right ahead.
Okay. So what I'm feeling, Stacy, for the next 2 weeks, and what Rob was saying is exactly true. So how energies flow and how we walk through this planet and how we walk there every day. The energy right now could totally shift later on, depending on where you are and the choices that you make. So right now, I'm seeing for you to step and flow into this world that you want to be in the next 2 weeks. It's once again going inside into you to see who you truly are and to stand in that and allow yourself to feel what's going on around you right now, because there's a lot of energies and a lot of things happening around you. I feel there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of movement going around. So for you to step forward and walk the next 2 weeks in the alignment that you choose to be in, I'm inviting you to really allow yourself to feel what's really going inside of you, not on the outside of you, and follow that path.
Where do you see these cards? I mean, this is just absolutely hysterical with what you just said. First off, you have the strength card. Okay. Meaning, yes, you might have some turmoil, a little bit of angst, some things happening. It's okay. They're just challenges for you to overcome. But you need to remember your strength. You need to remember who you are, that inner strength, and keep your emotions and everything under control. I always remind people that, we always take the strength card as if always keeping that beast at bay. But
Mm-mm.
sometimes the strength is knowing when to let that beast loose.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're going to have to look at each situation that's coming up. Okay. And use your strength and that determination and knowledge to know who you are, what you want, and where you want to go. So as things happen, you have choices. We have the Four of Pentacles. All right. Separate yourself, and it's okay to think about you right now and not a whole bunch of other people. Notice how she has separated herself away from the city. She's out by herself. And one of the things, she's hugging her purse. It's okay. This week is not, in these next 2 weeks, is not going to be a week to go crazy with finances. Use your brain. Keep that good balance going, that good pedestal. The four is that great base that you can start from in this real world. Finally, the Knight of Swords. Get a plan. When something comes up, don't run willy nilly. This is in your head. This is in that conscious and communication. Know what you want, come up with a plan, and then go get it. It's up to you of how this is going to turn out in manifestation and how all of this is going to work. Okay. Told ya, Wow. Bangarang.
May I add something?
Yeah, no, go right
Okay.
ahead.
So as you were speaking, what came through is having ice cream. So for me, I just took that as make sure to have fun and play, having ice cream. Remember that childlike joy and pleasure inside of you, and using that in order to walk how you're going to walk the next 2 weeks.
Exactly. And I think that's gonna be the key for you. Be
Mhm.
smart, be in control of yourself. All right. Know your boundaries, know your base, and it's okay to look at you. And then once you have an idea and a target, go for it. Okay. Get mentally set a goal, and then go achieve it. All right. Wow. Banger. That's cool. Stacy, let us know what's going on. All right. Whenever we do this, y'all need to keep us posted because inquiring minds want to know. So make sure you're sending out uh, letters or emails or whatnot. And Yadi, I appreciate your emails, things like that. Keep me posted on what's going on. That's really cool. It is appreciated. So there we go, Stacy.
And Rob,
Jennifer.
oh,
Oh, no. What'd you see?
nothing. I just was to say thank you for inviting me. I forgot how much I love to do this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm having fun.
Donna, no daughter. Okay.
No daughter.
So
Okay, so it's a
that
feminine
gets back to
energy.
what she was saying about that feminine energy that's coming from you or from somebody else around you. Okay. So remember, guys got feminine energy.
So,
Uh,
Donna, is there someone that is in your world that you kind of think of as a daughter, like that you might have that relationship with? That just kind of popped up. So I don't know if that's something.
Yep. That's Gillian reaching in. She had answered the question. And right there. Yeah. Beautiful mess. This does resonate with me. Thank you both.
Mhm.
So that worked out very well. So good. So it resonated. Jennifer, absolutely, you can get a reading tonight. Just pop your question in and let's see what's happening. So glad you are here. All right, Sierra and Dell,
Jennifer.
could I have a general reading, please, regarding my situation? Thank you. Absolutely. Let's see what's going on here. It's coffee night for me. I got my water over there, but it is a coffee night. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody? June, this is the month of victory. We're almost halfway through this year of a 9. 2025 is a 9. So, while I'm dealing these cards, I want people to think about it. We've entered June 6th. The month is the 6th. This is a month for breakthrough and victory and driving forward, letting things happen and working towards a goal. This is your year to manifest things. Don't let this month slip by. Even in the hard times or things that are a struggle, it's okay. You're going to be able to see and overcome them. You are in control and you can manifest anything you want. Now, Sierra and Dell, that could have been meant for you, but I think it's meant for everybody in the room. But it's funny that it downloaded right when I read your question. So, all right, Miss Rebecca, you got something?
So Sarandella, what I'm feeling is I'm feeling a little bit of heaviness right now. So I feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders right now, is what I'm feeling, very headed. And I really think that you have not been gentle with yourself. I think that you've been beating yourself up a lot. And where can you find that and go back into that tenderness of you and that innocence of you, and knowing that just giving yourself a break from everything you've been putting on yourself. I feel like you beat yourself up a lot is what's coming with this, with heaviness. And knowing that, when you can open and allow this heaviness to go to, how I invite you to allow yourself to open at this time, so you can receive the abundance and the energy and some of the desires that you wish to receive that have been clouded a little bit from all this weight that you're carrying on your shoulders right now. So how can you be kind and gentle to yourself to open?
And that's exactly right, because the first card we have right out of the deck is the Queen of Wands. All right. And the Queen of Wands is that manifesting your own fire, your own spirit. You are in control, whether we know it or not. We have choices to make. And it's okay, Sierra and Dell, for you to make choices about what you want to do, where you want to go, what do you want to drive. We have some changes that are happening and things that are going. And some of these things, if you don't change some things yourself, Spirit's going to change them for you. Notice we have the Queen of Wands followed by the Tower. This, to me, the Tower is a lot of times the most dreaded card in the deck. But should we really dread change? All right. So there's something about you that needs to change, or something that you need to work with in this change, but work with spirit, because change is coming whether you want it to or not. So I'm getting the feeling that this change is actually a good change for you, that something might be coming to an end, because I look at the 1-6 of a 16 in this change is really drawing me. And that 1 is new beginning, 6 is victory, but bringing that 16 together makes a 7. That 7 is stand fast, look at what's going on, analyze, don't take rash actions. The 7's about acknowledging, gratitude, looking at what's going on around you and making a wise plan. I find it funny that Rebecca was talking about beating yourself up or something you've got going on in your head. And the 5 of Swords is here to say, if you're not careful, you will steal your own, or win the battle, lose the war. We get so concentrated on doing the right thing, or did I make the right decision? You wind up taking your own energy. Just slow down, okay? Look at things as they come. Change is going to happen, and you can't beat yourself up. 5 is always conflict, all right? 5 is always creativity. And isn't it funny, with some of our greatest artists and people that have done some of the greatest things, they've also been in the middle of a lot of conflict, turmoil, things like that. And this is here for you to say, you know what? You got a battle coming on, and some of this is in your head. Don't make this harder on yourself than it needs to be. Okay. Look at what's going on. All right. And don't be a defeatist. You know, I'm pulling another card here, and we have the 6 of Swords. All right. Something you're doing or worried about, or is happening in whatever the situation, it's okay to say it didn't work. All right. You tried, you gave it your best, and now it's time to put that to bed and allow new things, set your eyes on a new horizon and move forward. This is going to be it's a mental strength. It's a mental ability to say that I need something new in my life. Don't sit there and stew over everything that's happened. Look to a new horizon. You don't have to win everything. All right. Now, here's what's funny. I don't know why I'm being told to pull so many cards, but I am. But Sierra and Dell, look here. We have the Empress. All right. This is that. Remember, I said creating something? Man, I'm getting goosebumps and everything else. Thank you, Spirit. You know, you have the world to create for you. This chapter didn't work from what I'm really feeling, but your next chapter, it's all up to you. You can create something beautiful, create something wonderful. All right. Don't let, and I keep feeling like there's a whoever in here, don't let whoever this was wrapped around steal your sanity. Okay. It's just that important. A lot of this, everything here was Swords. So I need you to understand that's telling me a lot of what you're going through has to do with conscious thought, knowing what's happening, dealing with what's real, what's not real. Okay. And understanding you can move on around this, but you got to get your head wrapped around it.
Yeah. Let go. Trust the divine. I said, let go, trust the divine, and let it flow.
Yes. I mean, that's it. Realize, I say this to people all the time, and they don't understand it. And Sierra and Dell, I think it's fitting here. People say, oh, Spirit wants you to be happy, or the universe wants you to be happy. You know what? I'll be quite honest with you. The universe is energy. It's energy. Okay. And the universe doesn't give a crap if you're happy or not, but it's given you everything you need to be happy. It's up to us to grab the resources and use that energy in the way we see fit. Spirit wants you to be happy. Okay. Spirit wants you to make the right choice, and it is there. You see the difference of what I'm looking at there? Spirit and energy of the all of everything. I've given you everything you need. I held nothing back. Okay. It's going to be up to you to grab it and hold on to that ring and move forward and make adjustments as needed. Spirit is there. If you ask them, they will give you advice. Okay. But you got to be quiet and listen. Does that make sense? Did I make sense in that?
Mhm.
Okay. There we go. All right. That's cool. Man, so many people coming in. Glad you are. Man, everybody's coming in. Glad you are here. Culture in V. Is that Culture Nevada? Hey, everyone. Will I find my next job in June? I just got yes. I'm not. It just, boom, it just hit. So, Miss Rebecca, what are you picking up?
Just off the top of my head, when you said that, what came straight through right away. It depends on you.
Exactly. If you put the effort out in the right spot and everything else, yes, you will.
Don't
Pendulum.
don't get desperate. Don't get in desperate energy.
I'm
You
glad
need to
you're
stand,
saying that.
huh?
I'm glad you're saying that because I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, don't run out and grab the first job to come along.
No.
Because that's how we get caught in these hamster wheel jobs. And they make enough money to pay the bills, but you're never happy. And you're making enough money just where you can't quit and go do what you want. All right. Life is short. Live it. Find the job that you want and go for it. Don't jump into something out of desperation. Desperation is a good choice. All right. Pendulum. With everything being in the effort that Culture NV makes, they're already saying yes. Okay. Are they going to get their job in June? Yeah, as long as you do the right thing, put out whatever you want, things like that, the opportunity is going to be made available to you. Let's put it that way.
Be the clear channel to create it.
What's that?
Be the clear channel to create it.
There you go. I like that statement.
Do
Be
you?
the clear channel to creative.
That's
Yes,
what.
exactly. That's the key to everything. I think we could do a whole show on what is being the clear channel to the creative because it's in everything. Do you notice when, I tell people this and I think you know this too, or will agree with me. When people get down, when they get worried, when we get tense, we stop looking up and we start looking down.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at the ground. There's nothing wrong with the ground, but after a while, looking at the ground gets very boring and our creative juices stop flowing. Okay. When you start to look up and see that you have a whole world out in front of you, and you look up even higher and realize, man, there's so much out here, it reignites your initiative to be able to go out and do something and tap into the creative, to get your ideas, to get fresh juices flowing, things like that.
You know what that does?
What's that?
It opens your heart.
It
When you
opens
look
your
down,
heart.
your heart's closed. When you look up, your heart's open to expand.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes total sense. That's cool. And you do when you're down, everything's
Yeah,
compressing on
everything's
top of
close
it.
to compressing, you're closing yourself in. But when you stand and look out, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to open.
Absolutely. That's great. And I tell people all the time, get out, walk outside, get grounded. If you can get your bare feet in the grass, in the dirt, whatever, just for a moment. But if you live in the city and you can't do that or whatnot, still get your shoes off, get grounded in your apartment, get grounded in your house, and take a moment to feel the footers, feel everything running into the earth, the base of your house, the foundation, and pull that energy up. Because once you have that, and you go from to all right, it opens up all energy centers, and that's going to be that's key. So yes, I definitely need to keep my focus on the opportunities that inspire me. Looking up. Good for you. Thank you. That's cool. All right, Deborah, if time permits, where are we at? Okay, we're only halfway through. That's good. All right.
I don't
Let's
know
see
how
what
long we're going tonight. I have no idea. I'm just
I
here.
generally do about an hour. If I go over just a little bit, try to do that. I used to go hour and a half or so, and I was just too drained.
Yeah,
at the
that's
end
too
of it.
much,
Yeah.
especially being on this. Yeah.
So, Miss Deborah,
Hmm.
she would like a reading from Spirit. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'll click this over so people can see me shuffle. I'm told people like to see me shuffle.
You're all fancy dancy.
What's that?
I said you're all fancy dancy.
Well, you know what?
I'm quite impressed.
I grew up playing poker. All right. And,
Gotcha.
I've had people tell me, and those of you that are doing tarot, you will have somebody tell you, oh, that's disrespectful to the deck. You know what? This is cardboard. All they are is a conduit to help me talk to Spirit to get a message. Okay. So I also find shuffling. Sometimes my wife will tell you I am sitting there a lot of times with a deck of cards. And I'll shuffle for 20 minutes. It's like therapy for me, So one of those things. So do your tarot your way. All right. So, Deborah, here we go.
I always say, you do you, boo.
That's it. You do you. I don't know if I can do I don't know that I can do the boo thing yet. Everybody's doing it. And my wife said that to me the other day. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Boo. All right, Deborah. My first card right out of the gate is, again, the Tower card. Okay. Lots of changes. We're halfway through the year are coming up on it. That's to be expected. Changes are always to be expected. Is there something going on that you might need to be aware of? And I feel like you need to be aware that something in your personal life, there is a shift going on. Something is changing. This doesn't have to be radical. It depends on how you handle the change. Okay. And I think that's going to be key. There's my Five of Cups again, what I call my grief card. Don't spend your time looking at everything that went wrong. Okay. Because we miss the blessings. How could I have done better? How could I have fixed it? Guess what? It's already happening. And some of this is, what did you learn from it? Because remember, in everything, there's a gift on the other side of it. All right. The old saying, when one door closes, another one opens. I don't know if I always believe that. Sometimes you got to go open the damn door yourself. Okay. And it's saying, okay, this happened, but I got to get up off my butt and I got to make something happen. But there is always, remember I said before, Spirit always gives us, they've given us resources. They've given us everything we need. Okay. To be happy, grab those resources. Okay. Make sure you're looking at what's going on. You know what? I'm going to reshuffle this one because this is weird. All right. Y'all all saw me shuffling. I moved all the cards. I always move the cards around, but these are almost the same cards. Somebody needs to understand there's a message coming out. What I think for the group, okay, is that there's some type of shift coming in the next week or two. Energy, everything. Are you picking that up too, Rebecca? All right. There's something that's going to be happening. And one of the things what I'm getting really now, here's where everybody's going to think the Rev's gone nuts. Okay. I'm really feeling that something's going to happen this year. Okay. That we're going to take another step towards finding out there's life beyond us, beyond here. Whether it's extraterrestrials, whether it's angels, whether it's spirit, whether it's God, I don't know what it is, but something's going to come across that I've really been getting that feeling, and everybody's looking for something. Everybody seems to be searching for that. And once everybody starts searching and that becomes a thing, universe does want to supply that need. That's that energetic karma. So I think we're going to be looking at some big changes coming up for the community, for everybody as a whole. So let's see what happens here. And now we go. All right, Deborah, King of Pentacles. All right. Be in charge of your money. Be in charge of your world. Be in charge of your house. Don't let that masculine energy flow And there also might be a very strong male presence in your life that's coming in to help you do some things or figure some things out. You know, wow, look at this. King after king after king, the King of Cups. All right. You need to be in charge of your world. You need to be in charge of your emotions. Understand. Notice this boat is going away. All right. Hand in the bowl. What's there? Concentrating, starfish, life. This is about making sure you're emotionally sound, you're emotionally in control, and finally staying focused. Wow. We have the Chariot. This is my favorite card in the tarot deck. I love the Chariot. I love it. But it's about staying mentally focused and moving forward on your goal. That Tower card came up, and it's very important for you to understand you have to maintain your sight on your goals, your thing, and that's how you're going to deal with whatever change this is that you got coming up. What you got, Rebecca?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here scratching. So I'm like, what's scratching? What, how can I say this? What is you scratching? Oh my God, I can't get it out right now. What are you scratching at? There's something you're scratching at. I feel a lot of nervous energy right now. And I'm feeling very nervous right now, just listening to this. And why I'm saying that, I feel like you are in your own nervous energy right now about something within yourself that you need to move forward from. And I feel there's some forgiveness within yourself that you need to look for right now, because you're in this space of something about to open up for you. There's a new beginning coming. However, you're in this little nervous, restless state, very nervous. And it's time to like ground yourself in, integrate yourself, and really step in and embody yourself. You don't have to be separate anymore. It's time to, there's something I feel you need to forgive, and not on the outside, within yourself, that it has you in this nervous state of not being able to anchor in and embody you so you can move forward with something. But there's something right here that's just waiting for you. So that's what's coming through for me.
And that would go with those cards that we were talking about, being in control
Mhm.
of your world, of what's happening, being
Yeah.
in control of your emotions. But those change cards, things like that, and keeping your eye and focus.
And
The
rest.
answers you seek are right in front of you. You just have to see them.
And give your time to, I feel like you need to rest too. It's that energy. It's just going so fast you can't even see anymore. Just where can you settle down to allow yourself to rest so you can get solid. You can get grounded in who you are, to allow this to open up, because it's right there. But there's this is what it feels like to me. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
that frenetic
That's what I'm
energy.
feeling.
Yeah. And everybody's caught up in that, Deborah. I think that's a
Oh yeah.
message for everybody. It's
Exactly.
not just you. And there's this whole frenetic energy that's going on with the world right now. And in a year of manifestation, that's to be expected, because everything's geared up number wise, spirit wise, things for us to make changes, to go get what we want. So if we're not taking action, this very well could be spirit trying to stir you up to get you to do something or see something differently.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it's just bleh.
Yeah.
It just comes. All right. So there you go. That's awesome. All right.
I,
What's that? Go ahead.
I just gonna say real quick too, we are on a call like this with all these people, just remember all the information come through. Every little person can get a bit of it, because we're kind of in a collective right now. So even though it's flowing individually, it's also flowing together. So just to remember that, that we're collectively creating right now.
Absolutely. And
Anyway,
I say
I
this
feel like
all
I
the time.
needed to say that.
No, I'm glad you did, because people do need to remember that, when somebody's getting a reading, it's not just for them. You're here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to tell people all the time in the business world, you got a question, ask it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you, if it's a question for you, it's a question for somebody else.
Exactly.
And these people, spirit knows this and will shape the answers to touch somebody's heart that doesn't want to come on and put themselves out there. So understand, this is for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, Becky, you saying it right. It's a community. It's a, a communal energy that we're all driving right now looking for these answers.
And when
So
people come together in the same forum, it's usually the same kind of things they're dealing with on different levels and different shapes and different experiences, but it's usually the same energy that's flowing through. So
exactly. I just got told to go to the spirit song, Tarot. I don't know why,
spirits,
but let's see what's happening. SR Kish, do you have an update on my relationship with P? Will we speak again? You know what? Here's what I tell people about this. And if you go back and look at the video from the beginning, everybody, number one, I need everybody to subscribe, hit the like button, but then share. Okay. I want to keep being able to do this. And I need people to help me grow this channel by doing that. That's that even exchange of energy. But Kish, one of the things that you remember is, do you want to speak again? Are you going to call him? Are you going to talk to him? This is well within your court to see, you know what? I'm going to be out there. I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to make first contact. You know what? I can guarantee you this. Your chances of y'all speaking again are cut in half if you're not making an effort to do it. So if you want this to happen, you need to take charge of and be in charge of what's going on for you. As far as the update with the relationship, again, just like I say to people all the time, choices are choices. Just because right now Spirit says, oh, yeah, that doesn't mean you don't need to do something to move it along, because each of you have choices. All right. And I can't express that enough, that I don't like giving answers of, oh, everything's going to be fine, when if you don't take the action you need to take, it's not. We are free will. We are not preordained. We are not predestined. I don't believe that this is a destiny or fate is a destiny. I believe this is our lives. We do what we want. We have jobs we want to do. We have different things we were born with or whatnot. But you need to really make sure that that's what's going on. So, Rebecca, do you have something on that one right out of the gate?
right out of the gate, I'm feeling to do some search of this is the right relationship for you. I'm feeling some very childish,
Ooh,
childish,
thank you.
childish energy around it. That is this the best for you? And not saying it might be. I'm just, this is, he asked what's coming. This is what's coming, to explore if this person is giving you exactly what you require and you desire in a relationship, or are you falling back on, oh, so are you falling back on in this relationship of some of your childhood trauma that needs to be healed, and is that where it's stemming from? But however, explore, open up to what's best for you, because you got to follow your own path.
And that's, man. All right. First card, Ace of Shells, Ace of Cups, Ace of Water. Okay. Meaning there's something new is coming, a new emotion, new things are happening. I do not feel that this is the right relationship for you, but that's my feeling, that there's something going on. Okay. And the reason you're there, the 10 of Acorns is that fire, and it's saying responsibility and dedication. So that gets right back to what I was telling you about. You both have a responsibility. You can't wait on each other or whatnot. And this codependency on somebody else to make you happy, you got to deal with that. Okay. Then I've got the 8 of Feathers. This would be the 8 of Swords. This is my stress, worry. What happened? See how it says courage and solutions? Are you going to be part of the solution? Are you going to have the courage to stand up and say, A, this is with me, or B, it's time for me to go? That's what I'm seeing. We have happiness and abundance. And I would ask you this question: are you happy with yourself? Are you happy? Can you be happy without anybody in your life?
Oh.
Because that's the whole point. We have the ace, one, numero uno, you. And you have to find that happiness and abundance within your own life without the need of other people. Other people should accent your happiness, not be the cause of it. And that's this 10 of acorns is talking about being stabbed in the back, responsibility, dedication, looking at what's going on. Something's coming to an end. Okay. And the 8, stop worrying about everything that happened in the past. And you got to start looking at the future. What do you want for the future? Go make it. Okay. So that's what I really get. I look like something came to you, Rebecca, when I was talking.
I know. I'm like, oh no, just a question. I love asking questions for people to explore. That's something I love to do. So, my question is, SR Kish, look at this relationship and ask yourself, is this someone who's going to co-create with you so you can be the best of each other and help each other grow? And is that the relationship you want, or do you want what it is right now? Because I feel like there's a lot of tension and a lot of things that have happened and a lot of past things. Yeah, a lot of like just not fun things. So I guess that's, what I invite you to explore within yourself. Is this person going to co-create with you so you can both be the best person you possibly can be?
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Bang right. All right. Jennifer, thank you both. A general reading would be helpful and appreciated. You got it, Miss Jennifer. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Let's see what's
I
going.
remember that name.
What's that?
I've seen that name before.
Oh, Miss Jennifer's been around for a while.
Well, maybe that's
In
why.
the show. Yes, I'm sure you have met her, read with her, things like that, and Phyllis and whatnot. So Miss Jennifer has been part of the tribe for quite some time. Here we go. Let's see what's happening. All right. All right. I'll take off on this one.
Take off. I'm just...
Okay. Let it come. Okay. Here we go. Boom. 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 7 of shells.
I got excited. Sorry.
That's good. That's good. But right out of the gate, Jennifer, what this is talking about is choices need to be made. You're going to have options. You've got choices. And what this is saying is ambitions. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? If somebody's trying to box you into a yes or no, hold the phone. And I will tell you one thing the Rev's really bad about. When somebody says, I got to have an answer right now, no. I'll fire it out that fast. If I don't have time to think, explore my options, weigh it down, yeah. When you give me an ultimatum, I'm done. Don't take ultimatums, all right? You have options that are available to you, and some of them you don't even see yet. Keep your eyes open and let's take a look. We have the Knight of Crystals. So this would be the Knight of Pentacles, endurance and determination. What you need to know is look at this camel, okay? He is grounded. The Knight of Crystals is about earth. He's facing into the future, all right? Are you willing to endure, make choices? And sometimes we've got to make the hard choices to endure what we need to succeed in what you're looking for and to get to where you're going. Oh, I love this card. The 8 of Crystals. Panda, manifestation, and prosperity. You have new resources that are coming. I really feel like resources are fixing to be made available. Oh, man, I just got all the tingles and everything else. Thank you, Spirit. Resources are going to be coming. That's what crystals are. And that ace, it's new beginnings, understanding. This is going to be all kinds of resources, from work to cars to homes. It could be anything that's tangible. You're going to have resources that are coming available. So stop, slow down. Not the fastest moving creature on the planet. Okay? Make sure you're looking at what's going on and making the right decisions. Endure, come up with a plan, keep moving forward. And as you do this, if you follow the right plan, stick with it. New resources are going to be made available to you. And I see that coming. You just got to be strong. Okay. What have you got, Miss Rebecca?
So I'm floating back and forth because I feel like you're moving into uncharted waters right now. You're moving through some emotional stuff that has really knocked you off, and right now it's just kind of this new space you're moving into, that you've never really been in before. And in that space, my dear, I ask you to open up to the power that lies within inside of you, to anchor in and focus on that purpose that is in front of you, and allow yourself to listen, allow yourself to open, allow yourself to receive in a new way, because that is the new uncharted waters that you're walking through right now. And being in that space will allow you to align and move forward and find your way in a whole, I just feel like this whole new way that you, as I said, you've never experienced before, and it's like really yummy and really exciting, and it's really powerful, and just to stand in that space. So I'm really excited for you, so I love to see what's unfolding for you. That's it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have the Queen of Shells that came out while you were talking. Okay. And the Queen of Shells is just that love, that emotion. And notice what it says: peace and compassion. Have
Mhm.
that for yourself. Okay. The Queen is that feminine. Take care of you, take care of what's going on right in your little circle. Okay. Peace and compassion. I found it interesting that you clapped like a seal when we had the seal. Okay. That popped right up. Now, the other thing too is look at the
That's an
shells.
otter.
This is all, no, it's a seal.
It
It's
is.
a
It's like
seal.
an
Yeah,
otter.
I
I
first
can't
thought
see
it was
it
an otter,
well.
but you'll see if you look. No, it's a seal.
Okay.
He's got his little tail and everything else. But we have the Page of Shells. So this is all this emotional stuff, this subconscious stuff
Mm-hmm.
that's playing it around. And it's saying you got to use your intuition and
Mm-hmm.
you got to keep your inspiration. Find things to inspire you that move you forward in where you want to go. This is all very important to you emotionally and towards your happiness. And I just got towards your feeling fulfilled. It's okay to make choices that are good for you. And you don't always have to make choices around what everybody else wants. You know what? Nine of Feathers, perspective and self empowerment. We have this wonderful little porcupine here. All right. Nine of Feathers. I always look at this card. There's my anxiety card. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so worried about tomorrow. I forget to live today. Okay. Stop worrying. Put this out to spirit. You have what you need to move forward. Don't make, if you're worried about making a decision, what you're so anxious about what's going to happen tomorrow, you might as well just make the decision and step into it, because you're already living in the negativity of failure. Okay. Go find out. Shake the branch and see if something else is going to fall out, because you might as well go ahead and do what you want to do and see if you can change it. This is very comfortable. You are very powerful. All right. Whether you want to believe it or not, you are nobody to be messed with. Okay. And that's our little porcupine. So cute, so sweet. Screw with it. Let that little tail flap you right in the face. Okay. And you will find out this is what you need. So, yeah, whatever you're going through emotionally or whatnot, take a breath. All right. Come up for air. All right. But you can make decisions that are based on what you want, you need, and where you need to go.
And always remember to take care of yourself. And it's not being selfish, it's being selfness, that you're taking care of you. Um, and get out of that feeling selfish if you want to do something for yourself, because that's the key. The more you take care and love yourself, the more things are going to flow for you and get you out of those uncharted waters to move into this new space.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Bang, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Hope that answered your question.
Jennifer.
Let us know. All right. Let's see what's happening. Wow, we are creeping up here. All of a sudden I lost my timer. There it is. 54. So let's see what we've got here and see what's going on. Tiff Mafia. Glad to see you. I have a question. I need to know more about my situation with R. All right. You know what? I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to put it forth to spirit this way. What do you, I don't like, for my new people that are in, we got a lot of new people and I love
Mhm.
it. When we talk about relationships, I don't read people third party.
Mm-mm.
Because it's kind of like a HIPAA violation to me with all my medical background and counseling and therapy and things like that. And I just don't think it's fair to be snooping around in somebody else's energy without their permission. But I like the way you asked this question. I need to know more about my situation with R. I'm
Mhm.
going to ask Spirit what you need to know, okay, about this relationship with R. Whether it's a work relationship or whatnot, I have no, but it's some type of relationship. So let's ask that question about what you need to know about your situation with R. And if you have something, Rebecca, feel free at any.
What's coming through, just coming through reading the thing is, I feel there's something there. There's a huge trust issue going on there. Something around trust. I don't know exactly what it is. I just hear trust. Uh, and yeah, so that's something I feel that needs to be explored. That what about it, about the relationship don't you trust? And I don't know what layer that's on. I'm not getting that. But what there's something around trust for me. So I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's kind of what's coming through just automatically right away.
And you know what? There's something there because here's what I would challenge. Just if we were in a marriage counseling or couples counseling, anything like that, the first thing I ask somebody is, why are you here? Okay.
Hmm.
And when they say, well, there's some trust issues, there's something going on. All right. How do you feel about that? Why is that? Again,
Said
I'm a root
yes.
cause analysis nut. You got to keep why on the same question. And I want you to ask yourself, why is this occurring? And keep taking it deeper. Okay. Because this will give you your idea of what you need to do or where you need to go. So I'm going to break the cards out here. We're going to come along. Boom. Let's see what's happening. I love Tiff Mafia. Love the name. That's great. All right. So here we go. You know, right out of the gate, I've got the Sun card. All right. And I think if what I'm really picking up here, vitality and joy, all right, with the hummingbird. And, what I'm really picking up here is the sun's going to shine. You have to make sure there's an open line of communication. Could this be something going on where there was a hint, where there was something? But if you want to do this, you've got to have a pure and honest and open communication. And I can't tell you how important that is in any relationship, whether it be family, whether it be work, whether it be a relationship, a romantic relationship. And don't hint around, don't, say what's on your mind. My wife will tell you I drive her nuts. Time out. Yes or no? I don't need the flutter. Okay. And most guys don't want the flutter. Tell me what I need to do. Okay. Flutter, fluffer, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But I do see there's a lot of potential here. Okay. But it's going to be up to you. What are you willing to do and the work you're going to do to get there? We have the queen of feathers. All right. The bat. Are you trying to
Mhm.
read through the dark when all you have to do is ask a question? Ask the question and listen to your intuition. We have perception and truth. Is there something that's going on here that is a perception issue that may not be true? I tell people all the time, reality is perception. If I say this crystal is blue, and I'm telling you I know it's blue, there's nothing that you can say that's going to make me go, it's white, it's blue. Perception is my reality. Your perception is your reality. So what it's time to do is take a look and say, what's going on here? Perception with something with this is where the truth is going to be found. This is what I'm really picking up. In this relationship, in this situation, I really feel like some things may have been talked around instead of addressed immediately. And I think there's room to find some improvement in something here. And what we need to do is, again, the Knight of Feathers. There's a lot of mental stuff at play here.
Mhm.
Okay. Knight of Feathers, action and focus. If everybody keeps sitting, it's one of those things. My wife will tell you, I forbade my boys, okay, to break up with a girlfriend, okay, over a text, whether it's over a text they receive or to do it by text. You go meet them, you see them face to face, and you speak. The words are power. Because again, how many people have you seen get in an argument and almost break up because somebody perceived what was in a text rather than really knowing what the person meant? When we receive texts, we assign what we think they meant. And a lot of times that's where things go wrong. You need to stop and go, what did you mean by that? And that's the key to any relationship, because your background's different than ours background. All right. So we have the knight. Look, we have the coyote here. All right. Knight of Feathers, action and focus. Coyotes are always a little sneaky. So you got to find out, put it all on the table. Time to bust that Band-Aid off and say, okay, here's the deal. What's up? Fix it or move on. That's one of those things. What have you got so far, Rebecca?
I'm right there with you, but I'm still like, the trust is the main thing, and I think it's different layers. But in saying that, Tiff Mafia, I really believe there's something within yourself. There's a trust within yourself that you need to explore. That is changing the point of view of something else that's going on within the relationship. So I invite you to look within yourself. Yeah, there's something without, like, something around yourself that you don't trust, that's kind of making something that may seem, the coyotes there, making something seem the way it might not actually be, because of this part inside of you that's looking at it in a different direction, if that makes sense. And if you can get clarity on all that, everything else will flow, and the rest of it will come, will kind of open up, and you'll see the truth of it all once you can see this truth of yourself.
That's crazy. Mental clarity and foundation. And the reason we say mental clarity with this, the Ace of Feathers, and it's a goat. Okay. What's goat got to do with there? Don't be stubborn. Okay. It's about finding all new ways to think and communicate. All right. Then look here. 2 of acorns. This is your fire, insight, and focus. You know what? You need to ask questions. Y'all need to sit down, have a conversation. You're adults, and do that, because ultimately, and this is hysterical with what you just said. I have the 9 of acorns. Is it worth fighting for? If you say, no, I'm not fighting, but so much, let it go. You've already got your answer. Okay. But is this relationship, or whatever this situation is it worth fighting for? I was recently involved in a situation. You know what? We can get into that who's right, who's wrong, who's right, who's wrong all day long, and nothing ever gets it. Or you can say, you know what? I know my heart. I said my piece. It's time to let that person carry that weight. And if they're going to continue on with it, then it's time for you to let go. Does that make sense, Rebecca?
Yes.
Okay.
Follow.
There we go. So, Tiff Mafia, let us know. We are very curious, but to know about what's going on, different things. Y'all can reach me at tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Down in the descriptions below is where you can buy tickets to the Off Cabot live show. If you're in the New England area, please, I want to meet you. Tickets are going. The VIP tickets are already going. So make sure you're there. Okay. Get those. The VIP tickets, Rebecca, are going to be really cool. We're doing a group session with just the VIPs down in the green room after the show. I'm going to be working with people in that group setting on a very personal relationship rather than up on the stage. It's going to be fun, so people don't want to miss it.
May I interject with one more thing before we move on to the next
You
person?
absolutely can.
Sweet love, remember your worth. That's all I'm going to say.
Remember your what?
Worth.
Yes, worth. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is, That's amazing. So, let's see what's going on. So, unfortunately, folks, here we are. Gillian, I need you to wave at me. I can see Gillian. Nobody else can.
I think there's one
Rebecca,
other person, a little girl from
all right.
Madison Crawley.
Is this okay? Is that this one
And that's
or
the last person.
okay? Can you pull a car for Maddie? No specific question, just a vibe. Is that it? Is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah, it's the same person. I don't know if that's the right
She
one.
is here with me. Okay.
It's a
All
little
right.
girl that's there with her
You know
mom.
what?
Never had a car
Absolutely.
before.
Absolutely. All right. Just a general reading. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a second. Something just came over me. This is important. Okay. I don't know why this is very important. But I'm going to clear my head, get out of everything, out of show mode and everything else, and do whatever. But Maddie, you're wanting a reading, a general reading.
She's
And
20.
we're going to take a quick look. What's that?
She's 20 years old.
She's 20. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's find out what's going on. Okay. And let's see what's happening. I just like to clear my head. Spirit, we need a general reading for Madison. Okay. Let's find out what's going on here. So let me bring that up. Let's go here. And I'm being told to change decks again, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to go. Yeah, I don't know why. I am. Where are you? I saw you. There we go. So if you have anything you want to go ahead and get started, go right ahead, Rebecca.
I feel a lot of celebration around her. And in celebration in that there are new beginnings coming. I feel there has been some struggles with some things.
That's what I was going to say. The first thing that came to me was it's going to be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
I feel like there are some things around maybe eating or something dietary or something that's been affecting your health maybe or something just around diet or something like that that needs to come through. And the celebration of your birthday, but there's I think you've been struggling of where you want to go, moving into a new part, and there's this new energy opening up of a direction of where you're going to go in your life. I feel like you're right now in this process of kind of where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And the energy of it is that you're opening up right now to kind of step forward to that. And it's time now to really celebrate you. I feel like you haven't really celebrated yourself, and it's time to really celebrate yourself so you can move in and open up this path that's right there in this celebration and get some clarity in your body and some healing in your body around. And I don't know, that could just be energetic healing. There's something around that, some healing around your body, if that makes sense at all.
It absolutely does. And one of the things I see here, Madison, is there's a fire about you. All right. And you need to have that passion and drive forward about what you want to do. Come up with a plan, but there's something you want, you feel, and you're very passionate about it. Move forward on it. Okay. One of the things I've got is focus on the future. You need to take control. Okay. We have the emperor here. Your life, you get to build your rules. I feel like there was some. All right. I just got hit with gaslighting for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but you are strong. You can make these choices. You can do this. Stop focusing on the past. All right. You have this power. You have this energy. You are a force to be reckoned with once you realize it. Okay. Your worth and what you need. Ace of Wands. Look at all the fire cards here. All right. This is about finding new life, finding new joy, finding new drive, new commitment. Things are happening for you, and you get to start something completely over. You're young. Things are starting out for your life. Grab this. Every aspect of spirit, of your willpower, of things like that, possess it, own it, know it. I've got here the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you might have gone through something pretty crappy. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune is here to say, hey, everything changes. Life always changes. It's how you want to handle that and move forward. But I feel like something great and awesome is fixing to come into your future. Okay. You have to be aware, be alive, be awake so you can see this opportunity when it presents itself. Cut whatever ties you have chained yourself to loose. All right. The devil card comes up. I get this a lot of time with addictions, with relationships, with food. You were talking about food or different things like that. The devil card, if you notice, they're chained, but all they have to do is unhook themselves. This is something from your past that you just need to let go of, and then you'll be able to move forward freely. Because what I find very ironic about the devil is the 15. 1, a new beginning. 5, that conflict you're in whenever you're tied to whatever this is. But the creation that's there, it's there. You just can't do it. But the 1 and 5 come together for a 6. And as I said earlier, 6 at the devil card, but it's victory. Once you break these chains, once you knock off these chains to whatever's holding you from the past, you got a brave new world coming at you. All right. And you need to live it and love life and grab that ring and go. That's what I see. Okay.
May I say one more thing?
Sure. You don't have to ask. Do it.
Well, I always ask. So everybody can do this right now. I'm just getting that everybody listening here tonight to just close their eyes for a second and allow themselves to drop down to their heart. And as you drop in the heart, allow yourself to feel the love of you. Remember the love of you and allow that space to guide you. And everything will be okay.
That's beautiful. Remember what we talked about earlier. Open up
Mm-hmm.
and allow that to pull you forward.
It's all in the heart.
There you go. You painted that, didn't you?
Yes, that's one of my paintings.
There you go. There you go. One of her paintings. She is so talented. So talented. So glad for that. So
thank you tonight, Rob. This was fun. And thank you, everyone,
great.
for your questions and everything.
I am glad. And I hope everything is. Oh, let me find out what's going on there. There we go. All right. So, everybody, thank you for this evening. We appreciate it. Thank you for allowing Rebecca and I to be a part and to be a part of your lives. And this really feeds our soul. And thank you very much. I want to make sure that everything, like I said, Tarot with an Attitude at Gmail, drop us a line. Everything you need in the description, in my link tree, all of that is there. Check it out. All right. Rebecca, do you have anything? Do you have, if somebody wants
I'm just going to say it once again from my heart to yours. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, everybody, with all that being said, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light.
And I can add to that. Don't limit yourself. Create yourself. Be the change in you.
There you go. Bang around.